everyone, I'm Pratima. Thanks for tuning in. So today let's talk about one of the most hated phones after the iPhone 16e, the Pixel 9a. I got this phone from Flipkart a couple of weeks ago for 50,000 rupees, and at this price, yes, it does feel like Google could have done a better job with the pricing, but if you look at Pixel's history in India, it will definitely get some discount in a month or two. So I think this phone does not deserve that much hate as some of my fellow Indian reviewers have said in their video. I think the Pixel 9a, when it's available for under 45,000 rupees, is a great choice if you want a phone that performs well across all categories. It's also arguably the best camera phone under 50,000 rupees right now. Yes, I did miss the 3x or 5x zoom lens here. Something like the Nothing Phone 3a Pro that costs 30,000 rupees has one, and that 3x telephoto camera there is exceptional for the price. But the main camera on the Pixel 9a is seriously impressive. It captures super sharp photos. The details could be better, but the overall output is just so natural with true to life colors. It's just one of those cameras you can count on to deliver great shots every single time. Even during low light, I found the Pixel 9a doing really well. I also like the 2x portraits here. Just look at these samples. The skin tone is naturally preserved, it has good details and nice blur. So yeah, the portraits are super clean and accurate. I'm also a fan of the selfies from this phone. Again, you get nice details and a natural skin tone. Even the ultra-wide camera is pretty good here, much better than something like we get on the OnePlus 13R, the Vivo V50 or the Galaxy A56. Just look at the color consistency between the main and the ultra-wide lenses. That said, you will notice some softness around the edges and the overall quality. The dynamic range and consistency take a bit of a hit if I'm clicking photos in, say, direct sunlight or during low light situations like this photo of the Krishna temple. Videography wise too, this phone takes better footage than phones like the OnePlus 13R and the Galaxy A56. The stabilization is nice, the dynamic range is nicely preserved, although at times the footage could come out a little soft if there is less light. The ultra-wide camera here can also click up to 4K 30 FPS, and just like the photos, the color consistency you get when switching from the main to ultra-wide lens is superb. Although the overall quality of the ultra-wide videos is nothing to write home about, it does have some noise and soft quality around the edges. The selfie videos look good enough too. You can shoot at up to 4K 30 FPS. There is no 60 FPS option, but the footages are stabilized, the skin tone looks good, the background is not overexposed, so I wouldn't really complain, and the field of view is really wide, so that's nice. Also, the microphone quality is very good. What do you think about the selfie videos? Let us know in the comments below. Okay, so camera-wise, as expected from a Google phone, the Pixel 9a gets a solid A, but other aspects of the Pixel 9a are also not so bad. First off, I really like this handy, compact design. It has a very good feel to it. It's not very heavy, and there's an official IP68 dust and water resistance too. But what I love about this design is that there is no camera bump, which is just so rare to see on a phone in 2025. However, Pixel has cheaped out on three things. Number one, it has a plastic back. Number two, we get super old Gorilla Glass 3 protection for the display, which as you can see has already resulted in some scratches. And number three, look at the bezels on this display. So if you're buying the Pixel 9a, the first thing you've got to do is apply a screen protector and get a nice back cover. Anyway, if you ignore these bezels, the display quality of the Pixel 9a is quite nice. First off, we get a very bright OLED screen, so even when I was using this phone outdoors, it is actually more visible than some of the flagship phones you can buy in 2025. It's that bright. Plus, it can also get really dim, so watching IPL or the Champions League game late at nights have been a beautiful experience. Plus, that Yamal goal, that was also a beautiful experience. What I also like about this Pixel phone's display is the touch response is really good. It's very responsive. The haptics is also almost flagship-like, and the fingerprint sensor here is placed at a very good position. It's not an ultrasonic one like the Pixel 9, but it's fast and accurate, so that's not a problem. I also like the speakers here. It is loud with very clear mid-frequency. So overall, a nice experience while watching videos. And by the way, there's also HDR video playback support on OTT platforms. There is no Dolby Vision though, but HDR works well here. There was an issue on Netflix about a week ago, but after updating the Netflix app, the HDR mastered videos work very well now. I'm also getting great battery life with the Pixel 9a. Look at these screenshots of the battery backup. I was easily getting 8 to 9 hours of screen on time, which means easily 1 to 1.5 day battery backup for most of the users. The only thing that I didn't like here is the charging speed. Even with my 65 watt GAN charger, it takes more than 1.5 hours to get fully charged. Another area where you don't get a good experience is while gaming, because the Tensor G4 chip here made by Samsung is not good for gaming. You will only be able to play games like PUBG and Mobile Legends at 60 FPS, and it does tend to get warm on the back after like 10 to 15 minutes. So the Pixel 9a is clearly not meant for gaming. For that, you will have to opt for phones like the OnePlus 13R or the upcoming Poco F7. But what's important to know is that for normal everyday kind of usage, the Pixel 9a actually does a much better job than the Galaxy A56 or the Vivo V50. The overall UI feels smooth and the Pixel experience is clean and well designed as well. Plus, you are going to get 7 years of updates up to Android 22, which means after 2 to 3 years, you can pass it on to your mom or your little brother and it will still be rocking the latest OS. So yeah, the Pixel 9a is not as bad a phone if you look at how well it does in each aspect. We get a solid A in things like the camera, battery life, display quality, speakers and haptics. And we get a solid A+ in terms of the software with all the AI features and long years of OS updates. Even when it comes to the performance and the build quality, it's a decent B+. Yes, the pricing could have been better since Pixel phones are now made in India, but overall this is a genuinely good phone that does not deserve all the hate. And if you look at the history of Pixel phones, prices are likely to drop in the coming months, and when they do, that will be the perfect time to pick up this phone. Alright everybody, that was all for my full review of the all-new Pixel 9a. Do let me know in the comments below if you agree with my opinion or do you think any other phone is better at this very price range. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Saying this, I'm Pratima and thank you so much for watching.